Well, good day, everyone, all over the world. I'm Dr. Clyde Rivers here on the Golden Rule Show. Hey, I'm excited. I have some amazing guests with me this day. Mary Moore and Shondell Moore. I am so honored to have you on this show.
Thank you.
Man, what I want to talk, I want to get right to the meat of this. We have a generation of kids that are motivated differently. And I want you guys to I want to know, Mary, in your life, what did you overcome to become the school teacher that you are, the parent you are? What kind of challenges did you face and have to overcome? Because I see a generation that doesn't really understand how hard it is to really make things happen in life. So give me a little bit of your background story.
Growing up in the desert, I didn't have a lot of direction from my family. I wasn't told to do homework. I wasn't told to go to college. I wasn't told anything, so I was kind of self-taught. And when I found sports, it motivated me and it made me feel good. And so that was something that I looked at and I thought, well, I'm good at this. It makes me feel good. So I continued to play sports. But it wasn't something that was always supported by my family. And I realized at a young age that I had to kind of learn from my parents' mistakes to be a better person and motivate myself and find out what was going to make me happy and not make my family happy.
Wow.
And so there was a lot of verbal abuse in the home and physical abuse and pretty much things that I would not do with my own children were things that happened in my home or things that were given to us per se, like alcohol. When I was 14, it was okay to drink alcohol when you're 14 as long as you're with your family. And those are things that I thought, I don't think you really should do that as a parent. So I kind of just learned from all of their mistakes how to be a better person and find something that motivated me to make me feel good and drive me to where I am today.
Yeah, because I watch you and your kids are some of the best kids. They're respectful, they're kind, they're on a path for success. And that's because they've watched you model something that you came out of, but didn't go back to what you came out of. That's big. Coach Shondell Moore, my man, how are you?
I'm amazing, Clyde. I'm amazing.
Man, every time I see you, you just get more amazing.
That's the only way to be. Only way to be.
Man, what's going on with you? We're in life right now. What's your motivating force now?
Okay, right now in life, my motivation force are my kids. My kids, right now I'm coaching both my daughters in high school. They are driving me to be the best me I can be. I'm reading more books. I'm a lot more patient, a lot more understanding, because we understand that girls are a little bit different than boys.
Okay.
So I have to be a little more tactful, a little more understanding, a little more forgiving. But hey, I understand. My two champions are amazing. So I got to be amazing for them.
Coach, vision. What has motivated you? Because I know you became a teacher later in life.
Yes.
What was your motivating force? Because there's something that I see in you. I see you always strive for excellence, man. I mean, everything you coach, the kids become better. What pushes you to be excellent every day?
I'm gonna take you back a little bit into my life early, riding down in Pasadena. Grew up in Pasadena after leaving Cleveland, Ohio, riding the bus down Fair Oaks, California, seeing kids, 14, 15, kids I may have went to junior high school with who should have been in high school with me at the time, hanging out on the street corners. And I'm riding the city bus past them. And their whole day was hanging out, getting in trouble, selling drugs. And my motivation was, I didn't want to be those guys. I had to be better. My family life wasn't the best family life. You know, my parents went through gambling, watched them win 10,000 one night, lose 10,000 one night, own a house, lose a house, being homeless. It was an array of things that drove me to say, hey, I got to be better than that. I wasn't going to leave poverty on my kids. I wasn't going to leave negativity on my kids. Man. So I had to understand that I had to be better. I had to be a stronger person than some of the examples I had set for me.
In life. So you mean to tell me both of you came up from families that had challenges, and yet you haven't raised your kids that way?
Yes.
What has caused that, Mary? Obviously, there was things that happened that, man, you just said, I'm not going this way. Is that what?
Yeah, I didn't want to be my family. I wanted to be better, and I didn't want to feel like I had to depend on somebody because I didn't have anybody to depend on. When I looked to my parents to support me and help me, I was let down over and over and over. So I knew at that point I needed to figure it out, and I needed to get somewhere. So when I had a family, I didn't have to ask somebody for something.
Man, what has given you the overcomer spirit? Because I'm telling you, I've watched you for years. You're empowering girls. You're empowering people when you're on the campus. Just people. There's something in you that it never lowers the standard. Yes. I've seen that. Is that?
Yeah, I know that I can always be better. So I'm always striving for more and to do better because I want my family to see that. I want my daughters to know that they can do whatever they want, and it's just a decision. I just decided to be different. I didn't know how I was going to get through college. I didn't know how I was going to eat on a Tuesday when I was in college. I didn't know what I was going to do, but I just worked through it and figured it out along the way.
This is, man. And Coach, I watch you on the campus, man. When I go watch the high school basketball games, you are like the godfather of the campus, man. All the kids come to you. I mean, they'll walk right in, they come to you, and as you deal with the kids, you deal with them strong. Yeah. I mean, so it's possible to win kids and be strong.
Yes, they're my kids, and it's plain and simple. I thank parents every day for sending their kids, sending me sons, sending me extra daughters that I can mold, that I can lead in the right direction. Because most of the parents I meet know that I'm not going to ever lead their kids astray. I'm going to tell them straight. You may not like what I have to say at that point in time, but you're going to understand it.
Wow.
We may have a bad moment, but that's all it is one moment. We forget that moment and move on to the next. So I'm trying to teach them to take the structure and the guidance and build on it.
Wow. Mary, what would you encourage a young lady that's that is living in the environment you grew up in? What is your recommendation to the people watching around the world, all the young girls? What word would you give them to motivate them?
Worthy. That's something I still struggle with. I have to tell myself that I'm worthy of more, and they are worthy of more. They do not have to become their environment. We are all worthy of more, and when you believe in yourself, you can do anything.
God, that's powerful. So that a ray of hope in someone that.
Yes.
Wow.
Sure.
That's exciting. Coach, your daughters are all-stars, tearing it up. You're one that played softball. Tell me, because I know that as a parent, both of you put a lot of time in traveling with them,
yes,
helping them. What has that done for your family unit?
Okay, that just gives us more time together. We know that our weekends are going to be spent together. I spend more time with my family than anybody I know. My schedule allows me to be at the park with my youngest, be at the school with my oldest, and when we're playing high school ball together, we're all together. My wife is there, my kids are there. It just allows me to just be there. My presence is more important than my presence.
Wow.
And we have to understand that as parents, as adults. Our
presence is more
important than our presence. And that's
come on, man. That's Chantel Moore. You heard it first on the Cross TV.
and it's just an understanding that I have. I got to be their first best friend. I got to be the guy that they look to when it's instead of looking outside for love. I got to be that guy. They know my dad loves me. My dad loves my wife, and I want somebody to love me and love my family the way my dad loves us, the way my dad loves the school, the way my dad loves the kids in the community, and I want them to see that.
Wow. So what made the both of you go into education? Mary, what made you go to education?
Well, I actually knew in high school that I wanted to go into education. It's along the same lines. It was because of the things that my parents didn't have that I wanted. Retirement, good insurance, and I wanted to have a job where I could spend the most amount of time with my family once I had a family. And I know that teaching would allow me to do that. And because I love sports, I became a PE teacher. So just the love for all of that into one allows me to also love on my kids more.
Wow. And when I see you, you're in your passion, man,
Yes.
I see it. I mean, as you're with people that are in their passion, you can just go, there, coach, you're in your passion.
Yes.
What made you become an educator? Because wait, everything that you do isn't sports.
No.
Now you're in the classroom.
Yes, yes. Well, honestly, education, I went the roundabout way to education. In my original mindset, I was going to be a professional athlete, but I stopped growing. And everybody else around the country who were becoming professional athletes kept growing. So I had to realize that I was going to be a better coach and motivator and teacher than I was going to ever be a ball player. So I had to find my way into the classroom. I took the longer route, but I got there. I didn't let my situation become my excuses. I persevered, and with the help of my wife, she led me there. She was the driving force. She told me, hey, it's never too late to be who you're supposed to be. So I went out and became who I was supposed to be.
Man, I'll tell you guys, when I come to the school, man, I'm proud of you guys. I see you guys because I have hope for a generation because both of you have not given up on the kids of this generation.
Yes.
I mean, and there's so much negativity around. I mean, some of what kids are facing today is unreal. It's unreal what they have to face.
Yes.
Like I never had friends that had to live on somebody else's couch. I never had kids that came to practice that didn't eat that day. Those are just things you see every day.
I'm going to give you a number.
Yeah.
86%. 86% is the number of our kids who are poverty or below poverty at our school.
86%.
86%. This is what we deal with on a regular basis. So we can't afford to judge a kid. We can't afford to say this kid's not worthy because we don't know what this kid goes home to. We don't know if this kid even goes home. We have kids that don't want to go home. So we got to be there to let them know, hey, this is a safe haven. It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay here.
Yes, it's okay here.
This is like, for you guys, just like a ministry.
Yes.
Your work
Yes.
is your ministry.
Yes.
And I love it because I watch you guys not bend. I mean, you don't, there's teachers that kids can bend, you two, they can't, and they love you.
Exactly.
So what are kids looking for today, Mary, in the world? What is the young generation looking for?
I don't know that they actually know what they're looking for. Just the way things are, they have no idea. And we need to show them a path. We need to show them that there are ways to become successful and that, they can make everyone proud. To tell a kid one day how proud you are of them is worth a million words, like just proud. If I say that to a student, you see their face light up. And if we can show them that we're proud of them and what they're doing and then just lead them, down any path. They don't need to necessarily go to college, and a lot of schools, that's what we tell them. You need to go to college, but we only have 5% of our students go to college. So we need to give them some type of skill and let them know that it's okay to not go to college. It's okay to be something else.
God, that's so good. That's so good. And you know what? And everyone watching all over the world, you wouldn't think Mary is a person that lived that kind of life. That's why I'm happy to have her on the show. She's had to overcome the odds like everyone else. Wow. Coach, give us some parting words. If you had to speak a word to kids all over the world that are watching this, what is the one thing that you'd want to leave with these kids to encourage them on a path of success?
Persevere, because there's going to be struggles. There's going to be bumps in the roads. There's going to be obstacles out there. You have to be strong in your convictions. You have to persevere through the bad times so you can live through the good times. And I always tell kids, you got more good days ahead of you than bad days behind you. Let's go out and get those good days.
Man, Mary, what would be your parting words for the generation?
Don't give up. Kids will get a bad grade on a test and they give up. Or they get behind in class and they give up. They think they're too far behind. But it's never too late. It's never too late. And we just need them to believe in themselves.
Wow.
So don't give up.
You heard, believe in yourself, don't give up. We have two people here that came from broken homes, families that weren't the best, but loved the best that they knew how, and they made a change. They made a difference. They didn't accept what life was supposed to be for them. They made a difference. So I encourage everyone in all the world that's watching, you can make a difference if you persevere and don't give up. This is Dr. Rivers with the Golden Rule Show. Thanks for watching.